going on, guys? It is your boy Cash, and I am here to finally do this Awaken tips and tricks of the tips. I don't really know what this is, but there's one thing that I do want to say in the beginning of this video is that Netmarble has officially decided to take away the Knights Chronicle content creator program. It kind of makes sense because there really wasn't much to it, at least from, you know, them benefiting, because they weren't really utilizing the videos. In my opinion, I actually don't know who else was in the program, but we weren't getting much outside of just some crystals, which is cool, but I really wanted it to be something a lot more. I really wanted it to be something where like they promoted the videos, or they, you know, not necessarily they would fly me out or anything like that, but you know, something that really shows that, you know, the company is working with the creator. But for what it looked like, it was just us creating videos saying that it was part of the program, even though there was really no difference between a video that I would normally put out versus a video that was in the specified for the program. I don't know, it was very strange. And yeah, I just want to let you guys know that, because sometimes people ask me like, what's in this and that and that, and now I can, you know, it's over. so now it is over. That does not mean, just so you guys know, that does not mean that I'm going to stop covering the game in any way, shape, or form. It just means that you might hear cursing every once in a while, because I was not allowed to curse. That was pretty much the only detriment to my videos, because I do like to, if something naturally flows, you guys have no idea how many times something naturally flowed out of my mouth and then I had to go back and edit it out because it's like, oh, they say I can't curse. So, you know, you might hear a cursor there too, like in any other video that's in the channel. So just a heads up. Also, second heads up is that we're at 2,000 subscribers on the channel. Thank you guys so much. There's going to be a video coming for that soon as I can get some time to make it, but I wanted to give you guys your regular dose of some Knights Chronicles, and I gotta give everyone else their regular dose of everything before I do a 2K video, because I like to speak on that. But you guys aren't here for that. I just want to say thank you for the Knights Chronicle aspect of my channel, for your participation in the channel, getting it up to where it is today. So thank you guys so much. And since this was a request, I don't remember, I'm not looking for the comment. You know who you are. They asked me to do a guide on Awakening. It was a while ago. And I said, oh, there's no purpose of me doing that. But then bam, we got Rebecca coming out, probably very likely in 2 days. That's just usually when they're gonna announce it. So let's go over to this lovely screen. Awaken Hero, we got boom, you click the Awaken Hero list, and then bam, chicka bang, bang, bang. You have up to, math is not my friend. Okay, 5, 4, 9, and then into is gonna be 10. So we're gonna have 10 options, right? 10 options. Let me show you guys something real cool, right? Now, as you can see here, well, you can't see because I can barely see it on my screen. I have 300 Awaken essences, and there's a reason for that. So look, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100. If you do the math, it is 300. We've done this math before. It takes 300. My first tip, my very first tip of this, of when it comes down to when you win or who you want to make an Awaken Hero, is wait until you have 300 Awaken essences, so you do not end up like the boy Damien. What happened to Damien, unfortunately, is that when Ashley and Damien both got revealed as Awaken Heroes, I started to do Damien afterwards, and as you can see, I never got to that 3rd star. He's only 2-starred at the moment. Now, why do I say this is bad? Is because you only get the passive when you actually reach the end. So all this other stuff, attack, additional attack, defense, HP, accuracy, attack speed, evasion, defense, HP, that sounds really cool. But the reason why this even exists and why it really even matters is if you get to the end. And if you cannot get to the end, then there's almost no point in doing it, because by the time you start doing this one, another one comes out. And then as you can see here, the ones that I actually have done is Ashley, Electra, and Ruby. And those are the ones that I chose. I think I actually stopped doing Damien specifically for Ruby. And then after Ruby was done, Electra came out, and then I made a decision to just go for Electra. So now Rebecca is gonna come out, and then we're gonna have to do that same decision making. That's why I still have 300 and I'm waiting. What decision would I make currently is how I'm gonna tell you guys how to make your decisions, regardless of when you actually accumulate that 300 Awaken Essence. Then you're gonna have to make the decision, but do not make the decision beforehand. Wait. That is the first tip, I guess. Wait until you have 300 Awaken Essences. And if you're wondering about the gold, 15 million gold. You need 15 million gold. As you can see here, I'm perfectly fine with that. The rainbow essences, I mean, I honestly can't see it. My screen is so small. But as you can see, just wait until you have it. And also, as you can see, the water is for a water character. The essence is there. And then when you change it, it's going to be a different essence. So the rainbow essences, you're going to need an abundance, which are a little bit harder to get. But you're also going to need these. Luckily, at least for the regular, the elemental ones, you can just switch around with them. How to acquire it says you can exchange in the library. It says laboratory, but I said library. Anyway, double anyway, right? Second thing that you're gonna want to do is evaluate your actual account. So before you even go through and see like, oh, I want this new character, it looks so cool, do you actually need said character? As you can see, I have a lot of options. I have a lot of work that I need to do into my account. There's always something to do. That is the nature of the gacha. There's always something you could be working on. There's always something that can be improved on. But these are the only things, in my opinion, that you're going to be looking to improve on. One is going to be PvP, whether it's going to be arena or guild battle if you're in a guild that does guild battles, or in arena if you want to increase your arena. But pretty much any of these other ones, guild dungeon, and not so much. It's just the same thing as the special dungeons. That's another thing. Time space void if you guys are having trouble with that. Ancient labyrinth, of course, and then lastly the boss dungeon. So pretty much the way I'm breaking this down is, do you need help in PvE or do you need help in PvP? They're kind of both different, and especially once you go back to the Awaken hero list, you're gonna see that some of these characters are meant for either or. Some of them, as like we know as Ashley and Electra, they're really strong, and Damien actually is too as well. Sometimes I sell Damien short, but he's actually pretty good in PvE as well. So, and so is Karen. Like, you have to pretty much know what these characters do, and we're gonna use Karen as an example. Not only do you need to know what they do, you have to know what they're gaining. So some of these characters might not be gaining too much based on like what their third Awaken passive is going to be. So when we look at, let's just use Karen as an example. We're gonna look at this. So if I were to recap Karen, she is a support. She has an S2 that gives people turns and lowers their cooldowns. It's on a low cooldown, which is pretty good. She also has this S3, which removes all debuffs from your team, and then can actually has a high chance, or I leveled it up, so it has a very high chance to remove buffs from the enemies. She has a passive that puts healing on the ally with the lowest HP. If anyone on your team gets low, she immediately pretty much gets a turn so that she can then heal them. That's pretty much the purpose of it. Then she has this other one where she removes one debuff from an ally when her turn starts. She revives a dead ally when they initially die and gives them cozy abundance, which allows them to pretty much die like one more time. So with all that being said, then you're gonna see like, okay, that's great, this is a great character. Then you're gonna say like, so what am I getting this awakening for? Then you're gonna click on it, you're gonna look at the 6 passive, then you see it applies cozy abundance to all allies for 2 turns when using the S3. Oh, that's pretty good. Using my account as a basis, right? My S3 is max, so that's awesome for my character, right? So I can put a revive pretty much on all my characters when I S3. Awesome. Grants debuff immunity for 2 turns to an ally revived by On the House. On the House is this one, so the automatic revive, not the cozy abundance in general that you use, but when they die from this, they also get debuff immunity. Awesome, that sounds great. Revives all fallen allies and restores all allies HP by 60% when 3 or less allies, including the caster, are alive at the start of a turn. This happens twice per battle. Awesome. Now, when I read all that, my first initial good reaction to that is like, that sounds amazing for PvE, because they usually don't have any anti-revive. Anti-revive is really big. Anti-revive, anti-resolve is really big in PvP. It still works in PvP, but just keep in mind that you're gonna have to have, or make sure that these characters are completely cleansed when they die, or make sure, you know, you're putting her against teams that aren't gonna go first and then put anti-revive, and then that's kind of useless for you. So with that being said, Karen, in my opinion, is good for PvE and PvP. I have deducted this, and I will do that for every single character. I'm not going to do this in this video because I don't want the video to technically be too long. It doesn't really need to be. So I would do that for each character, really see what they naturally are, look at their skills, see what they're gaining, and then make that decision if this is a character that you even need. And then once you figure that out, so like, I know specifically for me, I really want Karen, I really want Elizabeth, and I really want Damien. So these 3 characters are pretty much what I want. I think Esna, in my opinion, is the worst one. I don't like what she gains, so I really don't feel the need to get it. Edwin's really good, but he's very PvP focused in my opinion. Kane, in my opinion, is also very PvP focused. I don't care too much about PvP, so those characters are gonna dwindle down in my eyes. That's just how that works. In this situation, we happen to know that Rebecca is coming out. She's coming out on the recording of this video. She's gonna be probably coming out, or her things are gonna be revealed in about 2 days. Then you're gonna have to once again reevaluate every little thing based on like where her new additions, her move sets, how does it compare to this? Like, what if she's just as good as Damien? What if she's just as good as Edwin or Esna? What if she's just as crappy as Esna? Or, you know, what have you. So you have to really break that down, and I can't really tell people, like sometimes people ask me, like, you know, who's better, Esna or Karen? It's like, I don't freaking know. What do you want? What do you need? What do you actually need to be doing in your account? Only you can really know that, for, you know, without a shadow of a doubt, that is better for your account over X, Y, and Z. You would know that over I will. So you just have to, that's what you have to do. Don't go in here, see, oh, Karen just came out, flashy. I mean, you could do that, but just know that you did that. Know that you went in there and said that Karen's cute waifu, did that up, and then now all of a sudden you're like, wow, this character's not really what I needed, and I kind of wasted 15 million gold and 300 Awaken essence, and I really don't even like the character. I remember when Esna's was revealed and everyone thought that she was going to be the only way, or pretty much the best way to beat, I think it was Nina's dungeon, if I'm not mistaken, and then people looked at her 60 passive and was like, what? They weren't really feeling it, you know. They didn't really think that it was that good. So that's why you don't really see too many Awaken Esnas out there, because no one deems that she's good. Could someone actually deem it though? I think someone might enjoy the 80% chance to remove abnormal status immunity from all enemies at the start of the turn. That's not that bad. If it actually took away abnormal status immunities that are unremovable, like the ones that the bosses have in PvE, I would definitely put this above, but I think that it does not work like that, and I'm definitely not putting all those resources to check that. You can best believe that I'm not. See, look, increases attack, ignores 70% of damage. Like, she's damn near a tank with this. Elizabeth is amazing, but how well does she work in PvE? It seems she might be a little bit too geared towards PvP, and which is still good, but you know, that's just a couple. And I guess you can say if you increase your PvP aspect, then you can turn around and get more Awakened essences because you're winning more matches, and then you can then come back and get the rest of them. God, this is some hard shit, and this is probably why I was kind of reluctant on doing it, because I kind of just go from the heart when I make these decisions. So you guys, if you have any additional tips that you want to leave, please leave them in the comment section below. If there's any additional tips you want to give to your fellow community members, because I still believe, regardless of the Nice Chronicle content creator program or not, I still think that I held and I cater to and I chill with and I eat with the majority of the community of Nice Chronicles. So when it comes down to it, you know, we could teach each other, we could teach the new people will turn into vets, the vets will teach them, and it goes around in a circle. So if there's any other factors that you guys factor in when you're trying to awaken a hero, leave it in the comment section below. But those are the only factors that I do. I wait until I have 300, I then evaluate what the character is before the awakening, and evaluate what they are once they are awakened. Make sure that there is not another one that's gonna come in and then you're gonna be pissed. Hopefully you guys can take something from that, and if you didn't, well, you know you did. Don't lie to me. Don't you dare lie to me. But hopefully that was helpful in some shape or way. I really would appreciate it if you told me. But more importantly than that, you need to know is that every day at the Kashino is your lucky day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.